Hey guys, Josh here from Wyld. I've got a brand new Ford Ranger touring build, built for work and for play. We're going to show you the process from the concept, speaking with the customer, finding a car. We source the car and all the accessories, tailoring it to what he needs, even some very small little details that will make life easy for him. Come along, we'll show you what this thing has. This build starts off as a Ford Ranger V6 XLT cab chassis. So we find the cab chassis is a great start, obviously when you're putting a tray on it. You don't have to deal with some of the blind spot monitoring and lane functions in the rear. So that makes life a little easier when it comes to trays. But yeah, we source this vehicle from a dealer. We have a great relationship with a local dealer here. We get a good deal on the vehicle and then we go from there. We work out what you want, the extras you're gonna need for what you're doing. Yeah, that's the start. All right, so we're going to start at the front. We've got the Offroad Animal Predator bar. It has the stealth hoop, twin light bars in it. Great design, really suits the shape. Comes with the recovery points, bash plates, super neat bar. We also changed the grille. So it's got the basically Raptor style grille in there, just to give it that, I guess with a lot of this you'll find we've blacked out anything silver and tried to keep a really neat, I guess, color profile between the gray and the black all the way through. And that's pretty much, I guess, right at the front end, and we'll take you through more. A very important part of this build, being a work vehicle but also going to be towing, carrying weight in the back, is the suspension. Being a brand new car, we're able to do a GVM upgrade on it. So these come with a 3350 standard GVM. When you're going to be adding weight, they start at just over 2 tonne. They do have a 1 tonne payload, but when you put all this gear on it, then you put all your work stuff on it, you tow a caravan, you're going to go over that, especially with some people in the car. So we've gone with the, like I said, the Dobinsons MRA, so it's their top level remote res 3-way adjustable GVM upgrade. So that takes the vehicle up to 3790 GVM, so a good upgrade there. Plenty of carrying capacity now, and this is pre-rego, so it's federally approved, and essentially the vehicle now has a new base limit of 3790, so increased front and rear axle loads as well. The other side of that suspension system though is the Dobinsons MRA with the 3-way adjustability on the compression and the rebound. You can really dial it in, and that's not, I guess, not every customer or not every person is sort of deep on the what to do with dialing it in, so that's where we come in and make sure you understand how that works. But most of the time we set it reasonably quite soft at the front, and then the rear will explain how to change that and when to change that to get your car riding the best when you're, say, towing or not towing. But it's a fantastic system, super comfy to ride, and yeah, but adjustable if you need it with the extra weight. So with the rear, as part of the GVM upgrade, so this has the 400 kilo leaf spring in it. There is the 280 option as well, which is great. You hit the same load, but doesn't make it too stiff day to day. So there is the option of both without, I guess, a lot of times when you add a GVM, it's the heaviest spring available, and that's just how it is. In this case, we do have options. We have gone the heaviest spring on this one to make sure it's going to carry the load. But yeah, we definitely speak to you about how you're going to use it. The adjustability of the 3-way suspension with Dobinsons really helps when you're between loads. We always suggest that if you're someone who either, even if you have a bit of weight in it, but then you add towing, that's a great setup where you can firm up the rear and really have that control when towing. So really complete system, this one. One of my favourite parts of every build is the wheel and tyre combo. With this one, we've gone a Maxxis Razor AT in the 285, so totally legal size, this one for the Rangers. And then a fuel rail, should know that, I've got one on my own car. A really awesome looking wheel, grey centre, all nice and shiny, but tough looking at the same time. So that's the wheel combo, 17-inch. And then obviously flares, so with a little bit wider wheel and tyre, we put a flare on it. This is a Utemart matte black flare. Just got the front only for this one, so that keeps it all in the guards and looking neat. Widens the whole vehicle, but keeps you out of trouble. And then side steps. So this one comes with side step standard, but Brett wanted a bit tougher step on this one. So we've gone with the Bay House. Super high quality, really nice finish. So a nice, I guess, solid landing spot if you're off-road, but also a bit more clearance as well. So your clearance getting in and or getting over things, but still good step, good room to actually step on it and use it. Just a nice looking step on this. So these ones you can actually add underglow lights to as well. But yeah, it comes up really nice on the vehicle. All right, another upgrade, and actually when you get the GVM upgrade in these and you go over 3.5 tonne, you actually have to change to a different type of indicator. Usually it sort of goes here as standard, it's called Cat 6 indicator. MSA actually have their Cat 6 indicator in the mirror, so we've used that on these ones, and then obviously it's extendable as well for caravan and so forth. So this one has all your blind spot monitoring and stuff. Well, this one doesn't because the vehicle doesn't, but you can get that in them. But yeah, nice, neat, factory looking, but extendable mirror with the Cat 6. Just keeps the whole thing looking neat. All right, and then of course we've got the upgraded snorkel. So the stainless steel 4-inch from Fabulous Fabrications. The quality and finish of these is awesome. It makes a good noise with the V6 in the Ford. So 4-inch snorkel. This is in the Manix Black finish. The idea of the Manix Black and what Fabulous will tell you, and certainly I'll tell you, is you always want to link up all of your, I guess, metal finishes. So you've got the textured finish on the bull bar, even the Utemart Flares have a textured finish. This, the steps, the canopy, the whole lot. So we like to link everything up, make sure it's all looking like it all belongs. Can't go without the Fabulous snorkel. So we put on the 3.5-inch stainless steel exhaust, as DPF back exhaust system with just a dump there behind the diff. And yeah, in these cars, in the V6, they actually make a little bit of a note, which is good. A lot of the DPFs really, cancel out the noise on most of these diesels, but these ones actually make a nice deep note, especially at idle and sort of just when you start it up. So yeah, nice addition. So most of the time with the exhausts on the cars with DPFs, you don't really make any more noise or any difference, but these definitely have a nice deep tone. And then you've got the combination of the snorkel and that, so it sounds pretty good. Probably the biggest part of this build is the canopy. So we've gone with a TDI canopy. So this is an Australian company, just not far from us down at Yatala, fully Australian made, alloy everywhere. We obviously spoke with them about what the customer wanted, what their standard tray has, and then the little additions that we had. We kept it pretty simple, but this is a 1700 long tray, has a 100mm headboard and a 1500 long canopy on it, so it just leaves a little bit of overhang at the back, which I'll explain why in a minute. Also standard with their trays, you've got obviously the mud guards to cover the bigger wheels and tyres. A nice high fill diesel spot, that's what I really liked, because these diesel fillers down here can be a bit annoying at times. I don't want to go in, so a nice high fill. On this side it's diesel, and then in the headboard is a water tank. Obviously you've got the angled toolboxes, which just perfectly work with the lines. These guys aren't silly when it comes to the CAD, and I guess making it aesthetically nice as well as functional. And then around to the back, obviously really nicely finished back end. Has functions for your sensors, etc. They're not in this car, they're just infills at the moment, but that's all there for higher spec models if you needed it. Obviously LED lights, and then a really big under tray drawer. And this will have a lid on it as well. We haven't got it on there. It's got a lid that you can put on to work as a table type deal. So that's the TDI canopy. I really like the finish. So the little roof spoiler sort of set up on the back. Just looks great. And then there's the little things we've integrated as well. So we've put these work lights in, so you can use them as work lights or reverse lights. We've switched them inside the car that they can be on with the car on or the car off. So you can use them anytime to work out here in the dark, trailers, whatever you've got to do at night. And then these little hooks here, he has a specific, so he does fiber optics, Brett, and he needed a way, he has I guess a frame that goes on the back there. They are for when he's in a manhole, etc. They're yellow frames to stop people falling in, to block off the area. And he wanted them to fit somehow, and we were able to get them perfectly under here. We have some little tie downs that are about to go in there as well. We could get silver ones, but we didn't want silver ones. I ordered some black ones in, so that's why they're going in just before he picks them up. Little things that we like to do just to make sure, I guess, it's exactly what you need, and yeah, works for you as neatly and as conveniently as you can. We've also got a solar up there, which obviously leads into what I'm about to show you. Solar panels up there. When you have the, I guess, high clearance sort of tray that sort of finishes up nice and high, the tow bar's a long way down, bit of an eyesore. So we've gone with the Tag XR, so it brings it right up close to the tray and has a couple of recovery points as well. So just a neat, better finish in the rear rather than the one hanging down. We put his Anderson plug in there as well, got that wired up for his caravan. Mentioned it before, the water actually while we're here. There's the little tap for the water to come out, all gravity fed. All right, so inside, so we've got a different type of, probably a system not many people have seen. Really great value. So this is a company, Atomic Bunker. He has experience in the industry of some of the bigger brands and has come up with a really good value way to get a lot of features that you usually have to spend a lot of money for in at a good price. So this has a 2000 watt inverter. The big feature actually is a 300 amp hour battery. So it's not a big one, but that's a lot of amperage. Combine that with the 170 watt solar panel. That'll last a very, very long time. Combined with the 2000 watt inverter, obviously it's got a 50 amp charger as well, so it charges very quickly from the car if need be. It also has AC charge, so if you're at home and want to just make sure it's 100% before you go, you can plug it into AC. I guess a comprehensive system, but still very simple and good on the budget pocket outlet. So you got Anderson plugs there ready to go. We put in an extra Anderson plug at the back for his fridge. The solar goes in the back there, and just a couple of switches for lights. So we put some extra lighting in. The TDI canopy comes with lighting on the door here. We just added an extra light, another Hardkorr light inside, tricolor, so it's got the amber option as well. We're I guess very focused on finish and quality, and obviously also safety, because your 12 volt system is the #1 way to, I guess, things to go very bad regards fires or things like that. So we make sure everything is bang on, very conscious of how it all works, both safety and keeping it reliable, but also aesthetically. So everything's nice and neat, conduit out the way. So that's all the interior and the 12 volt stuff as well. Righto, so that is the full rundown on this brand new next gen Ranger V6 XLT cab chassis that we have added bull bar, new grille, flares, a GVM, full GVM upgrade, wheels, tires, steps, snorkel, full on canopy with a 12 volt touring system, 300 amp hours of battery, solar, exhaust upgraded. It's got it, everything. So obviously there's even more you could add to things like this, but this is a very comprehensive build. All here at Built Wyld, so we're in Yamanto, in Ipswich, but we deal with guys all through southeast Queensland, even into New South Wales. So one of our key things that we want to offer people or really develop the whole business around is making it easy. So a one-stop shop, you come to us, we actually can find the car. If you've already got the car, we can do all the rest of the work with you obviously as well, but we can do it either from absolutely nothing to the whole lot, pick it up, done, or bring in your car that's fresh and ready to get whatever accessories you want. So anywhere from wheels, tires and suspension up to this. So any questions, any info you might want on something like this, contact us, email, phone, and on the socials. Yeah, hope you enjoyed going through this brand new next gen touring build.